What's up, guys? My name is Joe, and this is an episode of Opinion where I talk about my opinion about stuff. So, in today's episode, I want to talk about the iPhone 12 mini, or alleged iPhone 12 mini that is coming this September. And the question is, do we really need an iPhone 12 mini? Now, if I would have to say an answer very, very quickly, I would say yes. And then if I would think about it a little bit more, I would say no. Why? What's the first thing that comes into my mind? Well, it's always good to have a new iPhone. Yes, it's really good that we have a diverse range of products. Really cool. But what is the iPhone 12 mini going to be? So if you think about it, iPhone 12 mini, oh cool, it's going to be smaller, it's going to be, yes, great. Yeah, but that's not what actually, it's not the kind of Apple that we knew back in the day. Today, they're more saturated. Today they have different kind of products. They have the normal products and the pro products, and I'm only talking about iPhones. Back in the day, you had iPhone 3G, 3GS, 4, 4S, and when the 5 came out, that's when we first saw a budget version, the 5C. Now it's at a point where we have an 11 Pro, or a 10R and 10S, which is confusing for a lot of people. I get a lot of questions on my Hungarian channel if what kind of iPhone should they buy? Should they go for the 11 or 11 Pro, and it gives a discomfort in people and they have to choose and they don't know if they choose good. So why am I saying yes to the iPhone mini in the beginning? Absolutely, we should have one. And why is it a big fat no if I think about it? First of all, when you initially think about an iPhone, you think it's a new thing that you want a smaller package. That's great. That's why I say yes, I want a smaller iPhone. But I don't actually want the iPhone 12 mini. I want something more of an iPhone 12 Pro or iPhone Pro that comes in a variety of sizes. I don't want the smaller phone to know less, to have a one camera less, to have a weaker battery life, although of course it has, because it's a smaller battery, so that's a very bad example. But processing power, but screen, anything, I don't want it to lack in anything. Why is this? Because I love small phones. I have always been buying the normal versions of the phones. 6, the 7, the 8, the 10, the 10S, and the 11 Pro. But always the regular size, not the max, not the big one. I don't know about other people, but whoever I talk to doesn't like big phones. They don't like the phablets. They want the smaller versions. They want an iPhone SE2. The iPhone that we need should be small as an iPhone XS, but have a full blown out screen. That's why if they're thinking on doing an iPhone 12 mini, that's fantastic. But don't do it in a way where it gives us less cameras, gives us a worse screen, or just a bad experience. Because I want the smaller phone to fit in my pocket. If I want to watch movies, I use my TV. I don't use my phone. If I want to watch movies on the go, I use my iPad or I use something. But if I don't even have that with me, I prefer, watch my movies on my phone, and I had no problem when I had my iPhone 4 or 3G or 3GS. I watched movies on that because you're on the go. Who cares generally about the quality? I know bigger screens are better, but, a lot of people don't care about that. And you don't need a big phone all the time. Also, big glass is a big possibility for breaking. Now, if they would do something sensible and have an iPhone lineup where you have an iPhone that is this and this and this size, 4 sizes, 4.7, 5.8, 6.1, 6.5, and then you have the Pro version with the same sizes, and then you can differentiate. You can say, okay, this one's the mini version, but don't put the mini title next to it. Just have 2. This is worse than these. This is the Pro version because of these. And then you have 2 options. You either go for the Pro or the regular version. and then whichever size you like, whichever size fits your hand. Because at the end of the day, I see a lot of people, I do videos like what's on my phone, and we organize our apps so they're down on the bottom of the screen so we can easily reach it with our fingers. That's why it's a great idea to have an iPhone 12 mini. But don't have it just for the poorer version. Don't put the Pro version in a big screen because I want the Pro version in a little screen. So please, Apple, have an iPhone. Have an iPhone Pro, just like you have with your MacBooks. Have a MacBook and a MacBook Pro, iMac Pro. And do it a sensible way, and just, say no to your marketing department because these numbers are going out of hand. Even Samsung decided to leave out the whole of the teens, and they just went straight from 10 to 20. They don't want to take part in 11 and 12. You shouldn't either. You should stop it right now. And every year you can upgrade these devices, but we see where you're going. We see what you're doing. You're actually upgrading the phones to a state where we won't need to buy a phone every year, 2 years, 3 years. My friends are buying phones every 4 and 5 years. And it's not because they're expensive or not, it's because your phones are good. So now you don't need the differentiator between the numbers. You don't need 1 and 2 and 3 and 4. You can have the simple version and the Pro version and just update it every year, add something extra. Of course you need to sell your phones, but stop the marketing department in making mistakes, in making people get confused on what they want to buy, and bring back the simple solutions that skyrocketed when you started this whole thing. iPhone, iPhone Pro, both in 4 sizes. I guarantee people will be so happy. And give them what they want. Give them a full screen, under screen Touch ID, and sometimes a new design. There you go. Don't confuse people with the iPhone 12 mini will be the next new thing, because the iPhone 12 Pro will be able to do much more, and people will be like, okay, but smaller screen, but better camera, or one more camera. I don't know, but I want the small screen, and then they'll feel bad. Whenever I bought an iPhone back in 2011, 12, I never felt bad about it. But now I have a couple of friends, they're like, oh, did I make a mistake? I bought the iPhone 11 instead of the 11 Pro, but the 11 Pro was so expensive. Did I make the mistake? No, they didn't, but they don't know because they think they got the lesser quality version of your phone. And you shouldn't put your brand through this. At least this is my honest opinion. I really want to know what you guys think. What's your favorite size for an iPhone? Mine generally was the iPhone 5 size. If they could make an iPhone 5 size Pro version, or like 12 Pro in an iPhone 5 body with a full screen, fingerprint under the screen, Touch ID, Touch ID under the screen, Face ID working perfectly, in the nice square iPad Pro design without a camera bump, 120 Hertz display, OLED with a good battery life. We have our perfect iPhone. That's what I think. And then everybody can do whatever they want, but then we have our perfect iPhone, and offer it in 5 colors: black, white, red, and 2 something. And people will love it. Go smaller, forget the mini, forget the marketing behind it. Go simple and Pro, give it 4 sizes, because that's what you want to do. You're keeping the iPhone 8 around by naming it iPhone 9. It gets people confused. After 11 comes 9. Anyway, guys, I really want to know what you think. I want to know what you guys would want from Apple. Would you like a smaller iPhone? Would you like a bigger iPhone? What is your desire? Let me know down in the comment sections below. And until my next video, don't forget to stay safe and hang loose.